You don't want it
I
anymore.
don't want it anymore.
How does Marie want to feel?
I want to feel great.
Okay, and what's...
I can ask and I can receive, you know, that happens to wait a fortnight.
Okay, and so by feeling great, what outcome would you like? What would you like to have as a result of feeling great?
It will remove that block that I've got in myself in moving forward, and not to be so reflective and analytical and wondering why, and just feel more confident. And I think giving out that confidence in myself is what people see from me, because I'm obviously giving out some kind of fear of something. Probably fear of success, fear of moving on.
Okay. So I want you to think of how you feel at the moment, and you've described how you feel at the moment and how you'd like to feel. Okay, I want you to tell me what is feeling great.
I like that last night actually, it's difficult to get beyond the 7 or 8.
What is feeling great?
You're feeling great, yeah. It's keeping up the momentum, having the energy and being able to be focused, and because that's the other thing, I allow myself to be distracted. People wanted something, I just seem to go and help them come back and think, well, now where was I?
Okay.
I'm constantly refocusing instead of keeping one focus.
Okay. See, the important thing when we do any technique is to know where the client is, where they want to be, and as a result of being there, what they will achieve. And we've got to be very clear on that. And also we've got to be very clear about what they want. If you have a client, and Marie's been kind enough to volunteer to come out here, and it's not easy in front of a group, well, we use this as an example. If a client says to you, I want to feel great, what does that mean to you? What does that mean to anybody, feeling great? Does that give you...
It feels different for everyone, doesn't it?
Of course it is. And potentially there might be times they do feel great. What's stopping them from feeling great?
Sorry, could I have a hand out please? I didn't have one.
Sure, of course you can. Of course you can. Here we go. Okay, so what's stopping anybody from feeling great? What?
That's I suppose.
A state of mind. Is it quantifiable? Feeling great? Is there any way we can quantify feeling great?
I think you can individually. You can know what it means
Yeah,
to feel great.
exactly. You can individually know what it feels to be. As a coach, if your client says to you, "I want to feel great," what does that mean?
You need to find out what that means.
Of course you do, yeah, definitely.
Actually,
So
yeah.
we need to know a little bit more about what it is, because Marie might have been feeling great last night, she might have been feeling great last week, for a period of time. So we need to know present state, which we've been told. We need to know desired state, which Marie's described as feeling great. We need to know more about these feelings of feeling great in a positive context. And as a result of feeling great, well, what's that going to bring? What outcome will that give Marie? And that's the key. That's the key for your client. There's one thing just rattling through these techniques step by step, and there's one thing explaining the background as to how these techniques can be powerfully implemented to help change, because we're looking to facilitate change here. So, Marie, how do you want to feel? You've told us about how you don't want to feel. How do you want to feel? And what I would really strongly emphasize for you when you work with a client, be firm. Be direct with your clients about how they want to feel. If they start describing how they want to feel and they drift away into the old story, well, I want to feel this, that and the other, and then they start latching onto that old story, guide them back into how they want to feel, because that's distorting the thought process. Okay, well, I want to feel focused, energized, committed, and I don't want to feel this way anymore. That's going back to present state. So we want
The 3 states you said. So where they want to be.
Well, first is desired state, where they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're aiming for a present state.
Yeah.
Sorry, desired state, where they want to be. So first is present state, PS. DS is desired state, where they want to be.
Yeah.
And it has to be a clear description in a positive context.
Right, okay.
And then an outcome,
Yeah, okay.
what that will give for them in their life. And then they can quantify and marginalise whether they're achieving what they want to achieve. Because they might be achieving it as they are. They might be fine. They might come in and see you, might say, well, how do you feel? How do you want to feel? And what will that give you? And they might walk away thinking, actually, I'm okay. I'm okay, I'm fine. And that's the end of that. Yeah, in saying that, they might want to talk about the past, and you're a coach. If you want to be a counsellor, fine. You can listen to people's problems all day. That's another remit. You're a coach. You're looking for solutions, and that's the key. So, desired state. How would you describe feeling great? How would you describe this desired state that you want, Marie? What's feeling great?
Well, something that came to my mind yesterday when we were talking is that when you imagine you're on a stream and it's all bubbling along,
Yeah.
so it doesn't get too turbulent and you know the depth of it and everything.
Yes.
I just feel that every now and again, but a bit too frequently, thank you, big boulders come the way and I have to keep negotiating how to get over that boulder. So I'm kind of, going around it. But instead of that, seeing it coming up and thinking, oh, that's into the future and get around it then, I find that they just seem to come up a bit more frequent than, and I'm not sure if I'm putting them there or if it's something out of my control that I've got to learn to navigate. Is that getting too deep?
It's okay, and this is a good example. And the thing is, really, from a coaching point of view, we're going back to the old story. So as a coach, we're looking for a solution. Are we helping the client if we dive in and start addressing these issues and start talking about the issues and the old story? Are we going to help them move forward? Do we become firm and say, well, what exactly do you want? How do you want to feel? Great is just a state of mind that you may feel throughout the day either way. How do you actually want to feel? Which is the key to your client session, and that's really important when you work with your client. So we go back again to desired state. How do you want to feel? How do you want to feel?
I want to feel fluid, really. Just to continue the momentum, really.
Okay.
Putting,
And what's stopping you from doing
that's
that?
what I don't know. That's one of the things.
Okay. What do you think is stopping you from?
Well, I suppose it's got to be myself.
Okay.
But then I
Okay.
get stuck with that.
Okay. And that's great. So one of the key questions I ask my clients is well, what's stopping them from doing it now? And when we get to the point where they're actually accepting that it's themselves, then they're ready to take responsibility for their thoughts and feelings and to move forward. So it's always useful if the client accepts responsibility for their feelings and where they are, and we've got a good chance of moving on and achieving a desired outcome. So, okay, fluid, momentum, you want to feel like you've got momentum, you want to feel fluent,
Continuous.
continuous.
Yeah, continuous is good.
Okay, you want to feel continuous, you want to build some momentum. Okay. And at the moment you're not building momentum?
I don't feel as if I am.
Okay, and you want to feel as if you are building momentum? Okay. And what would that give you as an outcome if you could build momentum?
It'll help me keep my focus.
Okay.
So I can see more long term, because I recognise short term, medium term, long term, and I don't see long term. That's what I'm difficulty with. I'm very much in the now, and I see the now, so that's the present, and I can see a little bit further on than that, but it's only that short term. So I'd like to be able to see the big picture. I'd like to be able to see long term. I don't seem to. I've never done it, so I recognise that, and I'd like to get there with that focus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And we become a bit more clear about where you are and where you want to be. So you've got this present state, to just recap, you've got this present state of where you are. So where would you describe you are at the moment?
I'm in a good place, I'm in a happy place, I'm in a productive learning place. I need to move on with that. And it's just kind of that block. I seem to say that and I'm thinking it just becomes nothing, a bit of a void.
Okay, and you're in this good place, this is your present state, you've got this block, and you want to remove this block. What do you want to have in place of this block?
The vision, so I can visualise, so I've got the vision to look beyond that block.
And what do you want to see beyond the block?
Me being successful, creative, productive, flowing,
Okay, what would that give you?
continuous movement really.
And what would that give you
What would that give me?
as an outcome?
A good way of life, the whole package really.
Okay, okay. So you're ready to remove this feeling or
Oh, I
this
am.
block? Okay, okay. I want you to, we're going to do the technique, change personal history. I want you to think of this unpleasant feeling or behaviour, the block, and just close your eyes and relax. Big breath in, breathing out, and count from 3 to 1. As I count back, you'll become more relaxed. 3, 2, 1. Just relax and let yourself go. Okay, really relax. Now, I want you to think of this experience, this unpleasant feeling, this block that you've described. Think of any colours it might have, any feelings it produces, any sounds, any smells, any tastes. Associate to this block. Okay. Now, I want you to come back in your own time, in your own pace, to the here and now. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say, with 10 being high, the block is, the feeling is?
9.
A 9. Okay. I want you now to develop a anchor. Okay, I want you to anchor this feeling, okay, with your right hand, thumb and finger. So close your eyes, reassociate to the block, into the feelings. Okay. And once you've reassociated, just press thumb and finger together and hold. Okay. Notice any colours, sounds, feelings. As soon as you develop these feelings, and once they get to an intensity of 9 out of 10, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being high, you can release. Okay, just relax and come back to the here and now. I want you now to go back in time, on a line that represents time, and find the earliest time that you experienced this feeling. Okay? So close your eyes, relax, let yourself go, and go back as far as you can. I want you to press your anchor, press the anchor, reassociate to the feelings, and go as far back as you can. Imagine a line that represents time, go back into your past as far as you can. To the very first time. Is there a time earlier than that? Okay. I want you now to gradually come back in the here and now. Okay. In a break state, think of your number plate backwards. Break state, so I'm scrambling the mind, clean state. Okay. I want you now to think of all the resources that you have now that you could have used back then, that would have made a difference. Okay? What are some of the resources that you have now? Who have you become now? What do you have now that you could have had back then that would have made a difference, Marie? What are some appropriate resources? Confidence, motivation, knowledge, wisdom.
Yeah, an identity of things that I've done in the past, things that I've worked towards successfully. Yeah.
Okay. So, what do you want to take back?
Take it back as in to read.
To that time in your life,
time.
to that situation.
Yeah, all those good feelings and all that. Self-accomplishments and success feelings.
Okay, specifically what do you want to take back? What feeling do you want to take back? What feeling would be powerful enough for you to take back and make a difference?
Freedom comes to mind because of something that I've discovered in this.
Freedom, okay. Anything else you'd like to take back? Any other resources?
I suppose it's an unconditional love thing.
Okay.
Something I've discovered.
Okay.
Saying this.
Okay. I want you to now anchor on your left hand. Just close your eyes, relax. All the appropriate resources that you could take back. And I want you to think of a time when you felt this way. Just give me a nod when you can think of a time where you felt the freedom, love, knowledge and wisdom that you'd like to take back. Just give me a nod. Press your anchor and hold and relive the experience like it's happening in the here and now. Really relive the experience. Notice what you see, what you hear and what you feel. And really relive the experience till it intensifies. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being high, let it intensify. And when you get to 9, you can release. Okay. And gradually come back to the here and now. Okay. How does it feel?
Yes.
How powerful were those feelings on a scale of 1 to 10?
I was able to see over
Yeah.
the block.
Okay. And how powerful were those feelings?
A 9.
A 9.
Yeah.
Okay. We want to establish feelings that are more powerful, ideally, than the other state. Okay. So I want you to think of a time now. Really relax again. Think of a time when you felt powerful feelings beyond the other feelings that you had mentioned before. And just give me a nod when you feel more significant, powerful feelings. Okay, and just anchor them. Really relive and intensify it. It's where you are, what you feel, sounds, colours, feelings. Hold, and when you get to, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 9 being high, you can release. Okay. Were those feelings more powerful than the first feelings?
Yeah.
Okay. A lot more powerful?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you now to close your eyes again and relax. I'm going to count back from 3 to 1. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Relax your shoulders, arms. Let yourself go. And I want you to take that journey in time to the very first time you felt those unpleasant feelings. And give me a nod when you're there. I want you to press your positive anchor and release all the resources. Release all the resources that you have acquired in time, those powerful resources that were far more powerful than the initial, than the feeling, the unpleasant feeling, and just release them. And notice what happens as you press these powerful resources, generating all the knowledge and wisdom and love and security and reassurance that you've acquired in time. And when you feel comfortable and confident that you can let go of those unpleasant feelings, I want you to make your journey on the timeline to the here and now. Holding your anchor. Give me a nod when you're ready to make your journey to the here and now. I want to imagine making your way to the here and now. And at any point when you felt those feelings on your timeline, holding your anchor, spread those feelings to that situation. Okay. Making your way to the here and now. And as you gradually make your way to the here and now, I want you to think of what you'll do as a result of releasing those feelings in the future, as of today, tomorrow, next week, 6 months, a year, and how different your life will be. And I want you to take back these new positive feelings in place of the old negative feelings. I'm going to count back from 5 to 1. As I count back, you're going to come back to the here and now, relaxed, feeling positive, re-energized, a vision and a focus. 4, 3, gradually coming back, 2 and 1. Just coming back to the here and now. Big breath in. Okay. How do you feel?
Not great.
Okay. Okay, how did it feel to go back?
It was strange. I made a discovery about myself of when I was very, very little, and I just saw this garden pillar that was in my way and strapped. So being so high and facing this, I really feel that that was my block.
Okay.
And I just seem to be carrying it around with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And you were able to let that go?
Yeah, because that was in my brain, something to wear. I never got that there myself.
Okay, and how does it feel to let that go?
Great.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, it's not there now.
Okay, there's a vision now?
Yeah, it's good.
Fantastic, that's great. Thank you, Marie.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, any questions on the process?